Well, good Tuesday morning. It is April the 1st, 2025. Pastor Robbie George, Archdale Baptist Church, coming to you today from High Point, North Carolina. As we get our day started, I'm going to share with you this morning section number 9 of our bylaws and constitution for Archdale Baptist Church. As we move closer to the finish of this, I will be covering pages 41 through pages 45 this morning. And I finished on yesterday, I believe, with article number 12, and it was our tax exempt provisions. I shared number 1, and I'm going to begin with number 2. Private inurement. No part of the net earnings of the church shall inure to the benefit or be distributable to its members, trustees, officers, or other private compensation for the services rendered, and to make payments and distributions in the furtherance of the purposes set forth in article number 2. Number 3, political involvement. No substantial part of the activities of the church shall be the carrying on of the propaganda or otherwise attempting to influence legislation. The church shall participate in or intervene in, including the publishing or distribution of statements. The church shall not participate in or intervene in, including the publishing or distribution of statements, any political campaign on behalf of any candidate for public office. So the church shall not participate in these things. Number 4, dissolution. Upon the dissolution of the church, the general board shall, after paying or making provision for payment of all the liabilities of the church, dispose of all assets of the church to such organizations organized and operated exclusively for the religious purposes as shall at that time qualify as an exempt organization under Section 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. Assets may be distributed only to organizations which agree with this church's statement of faith. Article number 13 will be our next coverage here, and that is the use of the church facilities and property. The following will apply once Archdale Baptist Church acquires its own property, whether rented or owned. Facility use will not be permitted to persons or groups holding, advancing, or advocating beliefs or practices that conflict with Archdale Baptist Church's faith or moral teachings, which are summarized in, among other places, Archdale Baptist Church's Constitution and bylaws. Nor may Archdale Baptist Church's facilities be used for activities that contradict or are deemed inconsistent with Archdale Baptist Church's faith or moral teachings. The pastor or his designee is the final decision maker concerning the use of church facilities and or property. This policy applies to all Archdale Baptist Church's property because Archdale Baptist Church views all of its property as holy and set apart to God, according to Colossians 3 verse 17. Number 2, the pastor or his designee must approve requests to use facilities and or property. The proper application or forms must be submitted to Archdale Baptist Church's office 4 weeks in advance to be considered. The forms will be available through the church office. Number 3, there will be no fee for the use of Archdale Baptist Church facility or property. Any damaged articles must be repaired or replaced, and any church-owned vehicles must be returned with fuel replaced. Number 4, no alcohol or other intoxicating substances may be allowed on Archdale Baptist Church property. Tobacco products are not allowed inside the church building or vehicles. Number 5, authorized users must abide by any requirements restricting the use of food or drink or decorations for events. Number 6, the authorized user is responsible for all cleaning after the use of the facility or property, Cleanup must be completed immediately after the event. Number 7, hold harmless agreements will be required for all events. Article number 14, sexual harassment or sexual abuse reporting and standards. No sexual harassment of any kind will be tolerated. Any occurrences will be immediately reported to the pastor and deacons, if required to the proper authorities, if it has risen to a degree beyond reported harassment. All sexual abuse reporting will take place immediately to the proper authorities as police, sheriff, or whatever district the law enforcement agency resides. No sexual abuse will be tolerated. All those accused of either sexual harassment or sexual abuse will not be allowed on Archdale Baptist Church's property or allowed to participate in any outside church activity. Once the due course of legal action has taken place, if applicable, and party accused was found innocent, free of any charges remaining, reconciliation to the church could be possible. Restoration is always the end desired result. In some sensitive issues such as these, it may be impossible if parties still attend Archdale Baptist Church who brought the original accusations or charges. Each situation is different. Archdale Baptist Church has a zero policy for any behavior that demeans the opposite sex, and no aggressive behavior of any kind will be tolerated. This policy may be amended, added to, and Secretary will add any amendments, changes, or otherwise. Anyone employed by Archdale Baptist Church who fails to report abuse of a sexual nature, harassment, or any aggressive behavior harmful to another will be immediately terminated and, if required by law, reported to the proper authorities. The same will apply to anyone serving in any capacity this church. Archdale Baptist Church is a safe place for all families and will remain so. All precautions will be put in place to keep our people safe. So that is section number 9 today, as I've covered pages 41 through pages 45, and we will continue next time. Pastor Robbie George coming to you on this Tuesday morning, April the 1st, 2025. God bless you. God keep you. God make his face to shine upon you this day. In Jesus' name.